When somebody says I know how to juggle, what they mean is I know a 3-ball toss juggling pattern called the cascade. With a cascade, each ball leaves its hand of origin, crosses the juggler's center line, reaches its highest point on the opposite side, and then comes down and gets caught by the opposite hand. It follows that pattern in a figure 8 across in front of the juggler. Looks like this. You've probably seen it before. You might even be able to do it. There are lots of variations. Reverse cascade, the ball follows exactly the same path in the opposite order. It reaches the highest point first before crossing the center line and then getting caught by the opposite hand. That looks like this. Forward cascade. Reverse cascade. Forward cascade. You guys see it?
Scary.
Reverse cascade.
What about the glass ball?
Please save questions for the end. If you do reverse cascade every third throw, like I'm doing with the pink ball now, you get what's called juggler's tennis. If you can do reverse with one hand and under the arm throws with the other hand, you get what's called the windmill.
Whoa. Whoa.
And that goes in both directions. Just switch which hand is doing it.
You're a really good juggler.
Thanks. And if you can switch smoothly between those two, you get Mills mess. Mills mess has variations too. If you can do all vertical throws with Mills mess, you get Boston mess. There are some carrying maneuvers like takeouts and Burke's barrage. And then Peruvian mess just has a really silly flourish in there.
Where'd you get your training from?
Mostly YouTube. So taking a step back to something a little simpler, here's something called columns. This is something you might try in PE at some point if you have a section on juggling. Columns has variations too. Here's false columns. Here's the factory.
I couldn't do that.
And that there is most of what I do with toss juggling. Let's try that again. There's another kind of juggling though, called contact juggling. And instead of focusing on throwing and catching, this one focuses on strange balance points and transfers to other balance points.
Ooh, I like you.
And also some misleading movements that can make it look kind of like the ball's floating. Now these movements are much more effective to that end when you have a very shiny ball, which makes it harder for your audience to track the movement to the surface. So this kind of thing makes for a very effective illusion of floating. With a little showmanship, it could even look magic.
Oh, wow.
Any questions?
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's Google.
Questions? Yes.
How long did it take you to do that?
From when someone first handed me a DVD about learning how to juggle until I joined a circus, it was about 3 years. Many hours. I worked for a circus part-time for, no, they didn't really travel much. We had one trip across the state, but I was with the circus for 1.5 years.
I'm so shameless.
They're called the Kabiri. They focus on performative mythology, usually with really dark myths with lots of deaths, so I got to die on stage a lot. That was fun.
Why did you stop?
Why did I stop? Because doing that with a full-time job was more than I could handle at the time. And I was no longer improving. Other questions?
No more questions. We're done.
It's some beautiful.